Hello everybody, it's stream time again, and today we are heading out on the great adventure of unethical academic research and a heartwarming story of death and dying. This is a recap of Honkai Star Rail patch 3.2, Through the Petals in the Land of Repose. And we begin with us, the Trailblazers. In 3.1 we have been nominated for the Oryx trial and now we need to give our answer. My answer is no, but again, who's asking the shrimp in this economy?
I urge you to carefully consider the risks of accepting the trial.
I have.
Becoming a demigod means forsaking your humanity.
I don't wanna.
You will inherit Oryx's divinity.
I don't wanna.
And bear the time of Amphorius, all on your own.
Mama, take me back home. The answer is yes. So Trailblazer and Mem end up attempting the trial together, receiving not just the trial challenge but also a big revelation.
What you lack is a future.
As it turns out, the Emperor's crash landing at the very beginning of the story was fatal, and Trailblazer, stabilized in a memoria form, has existed as a shell of memories since then. Do you mean that I'm already dead? And now, for the trial, Trailblazer's task is to reclaim their soul from the Titan of Death, Thanatos, within the next 15 days before the Trailblazer perishes for good. You know who else has 15 days left to live? Anaxa. And we take on his POV to drive the plot further, even if we should have doubts about how he got that plot driving licenses. We find Anaxa preparing to strike a deal with the Council of Elders, the main government body of Okama. Notable members of the council we need to remember are Canis and Lycus. Canis is power-hungry, anti-crisis head of the council. Canis claims that Okama should return to the old era Crazier before death, strife and trickery, but she doesn't necessarily have means to create such miracle, and actually she just wants more power. Lygus makes me want to do something like... How deep does this go? Lygus is an anti-Kytherian, that's a name of the race, and he acts as a council announcer and a grey eminence of sorts, having lived through many thousand years. Lygus is very on board with Anaxa being around due to his own mysterious reasons. Canis is on board because she thinks Anaxa is betraying Chrysoceus to avoid the core flame extraction that would lead to his death. Anaxa lets Canis think that, and then, right there, in the Temple of Kefali, the world-bearing titan, where our council resides, he proceeds to commit alchemical blasphemy. Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist! Anaxa theorizes that Kefali is not actually dead, but dying. Big difference. And because Anaxa himself is not dead, but dying, he should be, in theory, compatible with a dying Kefali. And what's theory without practice? Anaxa transmutes himself and fuses with Kefali, all to witness Titan's memories and learn the truth behind Titan's origins. The memory Anaxa sees is that of previous Chrysoceus. Calypso looking like Cesus, Naus looking like Naus, aka Nikador, and Polyxia looking familiar. In the memory, they are visiting Kefali, their fellow Chrysoceus and a demigod, and so a new theory emerges. Current Titans are Chrysoceus, who were demigods in the last flame-chasing journey completed in the previous loop in the timeline of Amphorus. Who could have shrimping guessed that a Mabis loop-ass-looking world is actually a loop? But Anaxa is not satisfied. He wants certain proof and he wants a proper stage to announce his discoveries. To get both he employs Castrius' help. In exchange for knowledge of where Thanatos might be, Castrius will find Thanatos for herself, Trailblazer and Anaxa, and she will support Anaxa and the Council of Elders against Aglaya and other Chrysoceus to enforce a debate. Topic of the debate: should the flame-chasing journey end?
Suspension of the flame chase journey.
Date: due in 15 convenient days. And then Thanatos himself is the proof Anaxa seeks to acquire in those next 15 days, as the memories Anaxa has witnessed have revealed an additional twist. Polyxia, the last Chrysoceus of Death Core Flame, was Castrius' twin sister, had to sacrifice Castrius for the trial, and then, becoming Thanatos of the new loop, has chosen to resurrect Castrius in the new world, using means of alchemical blasphemy. Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. It means Castrius belongs both to the old and new loop, and finding Thanatos/Polyxia would confirm the loop theory. It would resurrect the Trailblazer, and it would also achieve Castrius' goals, being able to get rid of the death forever. Turns out that Castrius, a girl with death hands that make everybody die, isn't a fan, for some reason, and wants their immortality back. Yasha and Sandra Alliance both would like to know your location, Castrius. To reach Thanatos, we travel to Styxia, a city usually associated with the Titan of Sea Fargusa, but now housing a River of Souls. You would not believe where the River of Souls goes. To get to Styxia, we get help from Cypher, a cat girl, and a demigod of trickery, equally important character traits, and Cypher literally whisks, or should I say whiskers, as the way. Cypher is getting her aura in 3.3, so no other comments on her yet, and Meme completes our adventuring team.
Being cute isn't my only forte. I'm strong too.
Well, I'm just shrimp. Not even that strong. The trio, minus Shrimp, I wasn't strong enough, travels into and through the Nether Realm. That's where the River of Souls goes, and we see that souls have been stuck in the realm, unable to travel further into death. Something or someone is blocking their path down the river, and has been for many years. We even see some familiar souls in our way, like Cypher. Hey wait, she is alive, she just popped back in for a chat. But we also meet Mighty. You come here often? Actually, don't answer that. All things considered, the answer is probably yes. Who is also back on his way to leaving. And we see Trian. Oh, Trian! Perfect timing. I just wanted to ask you about the Century Gate. Where the hell does the Century Gate go, Trian? Tell me now. Oh no, she's gone. She left behind the picture though. How cute. Oh, everybody got to bring their friends. Mighty brought his lion. Anaxa brought his gun. I sure hope nothing bad ever happens to all those people in the picture. We also meet on our way a lot of spirits that tell us the history of Styxia. But piecing it together, Styxia citizens started worshipping death. Evil dragon came, led across the River of Souls, blocked the entry to the Netherrealm, and caused river tides to engulf Styxia. Everybody died, only a girl was retrieved from dragon arms. Happy birthday, Castris. Now, Castris, it's time to get to your sister dragon and get the core flame out of it. Except the dragon has been dying for millennia, so to kill it better we need to reforge its body. Through alchemical blasphemy. Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. Through the reforging of the dragon soul, Castris gains wisdom on the value of death. Death is not a thing of fear, it's a spark that separates existence from living. Now, Castris doesn't want to destroy the death anymore, so we just smack the dragon. And they smack it real good. This omelet is gonna be huge! Scrambled eggs? Poached eggs?
Receive divinity.
Fried eggs?
Eternal state.
Soft-boiled? Hard-boiled? Soufflé? Egg de fromage? Egg Benedict. In fact, we cook it so well that Pollux, or rather Paliksha, the Titan of Death, comes back to her senses and reunites with Castris in the Field of Flowers of the Netherrealm. And after their millennia overdue catch-up, Paliksha's Titan existence finally ends. But what begins is a debate. It's been 15 days in the world of living, so it's time to go back to Anaxa's POV. Instead of Aglaia, who has been losing her humanity and so her relevancy, Finan represents Karzases in the debate.
Finan. So they are leaving the final debate to him.
Debate this.
Finan gives a passionate speech on Karzases' purpose, using his own destroyed village as an example.
The Council of Elders are now infested with vermin.
Hell yeah. Golden wrath, boy. Finan's words greatly sway people.
You insolent whelp!
And when it comes down to voting on whether to end the flame-chasing journey or not, the vote split 50-50. Anaxa's vote is the last one. What a coincidence. And so what is he doing?
What's he doing?
He's about to drop the sickest single of this era. He uses his near-death state to get a 5G connection to the Nethernet and receive the proof of his theory from Castris. Then he makes a scene. Then waits for Flame Chasing Journey to continue.
The Flame Chase Journey and nothing else!
Then makes another scene. One more! Encore! Encore! Then he gives a lecture.
One final lecture.
I'm taking notes. And reveals the grand truth of Titans to everybody, with some extra new juicy details.
Finan of Ides Elysiae, the prophesied demigod who shall succeed Kefali, will reforge each and every one of us in the new world with his complete, intact memories.
What?
Finan, have you looked in the mirror to check out the symbol in your eyes? Do you know what a mirror is? Then Anaxa admits to acquiring this knowledge by fusing with Kefali, which marks him as more of a criminal than blasphemer, but all is part of his plan. As Anaxa then drags Canius down with him, making him look like an accomplice. Canius goes under investigation, and Anaxa is sentenced to an execution. Oh, congratulations, Anaxa. I know you really wanted that. I'm so happy for you. Back in the Netherrealm, we see Castris. She has accepted death and its duty, and has become the latest demigod among the Karzases that binds Castris to an eternal stay in the Netherrealm. As her first demigod act and the last goodbye, Castris retrieves our trailblazing soul and pushes us out of the Netherrealm as we hold onto the souvenirs, the memories we made together, and a shiny newly retrieved core Fullflame. The core flame of death finally returns to the vortex of Genesis, and Anaxa, passing the trial of Cersus, executes his own dumb self by ripping the core flame of reason out of his chest, leaving all those lizards behind. Anaxa now travels to the next loop, where he says he will retrieve his memories and create a new world. Godspeed, my boy. So where do we finish? Outside of Empress, of course. We have to stop meeting like this. Black Swan assesses March's 7th condition. March's memories have been stolen and she has lost her ability to remember, now slowly turning into nothingness. To a growing increasingly distrustful Himiko, Black Swan reveals the reason for her vested interest in Empress. She wants to protect the secret of how the failed state of Empress has been achieved from those who would want to remodel all worlds in its image. If she is to be trusted, she can be trusted. Right? As for Herda, she finishes organizing her Empress infiltration without leaving the space station. Well, I'll have you know that as a shroom, I also never left my room when I visited the Empress. It's called Honkai.Rail, baby. Look it up. Her projection makes it to the vortex of Genesis, but it is not actually Empress itself, it's the gate, and the gatekeeper is here to stop her. It's Lygus. He insists Herda turns back and gives her 3 reasons to do so. 1. Lygus is the only one who can help her enter. 2. Lygus is also an emanator of news. Should Herda push through, he will push back, and it will likely result in their mutual destruction. And 3. Should Herda still manage to enter, she will leave of her own good consciousness. After all, Empress is in actuality a prison for the Lord Ravager, an emanator of destruction. Okay, everybody got that? Good. Man, I love Fullmetal Alchemist Sisterhood. That's like my favorite series. And until they release more episodes in this season, this is it for this Shrimpple recap. Take very good care now, and have yourself a shrimply good time. Bye-bye. Mwah. Okay, time for the most exciting part. Ready? Ready? Whee! Oh, I missed.